Welcome everyone to Neverwinter on PC. My name is Rainer and today I will be releasing the Neverwinter Character Builder Plus version 0.10.7. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you would like to see more information on videos about Neverwinter, hit the subscribe button. Over the last couple of weeks, it's actually ended already for a week, but we had a build competition, of course, on version 0.10.6. And during the build competition, I never release a new version. Never, it's happened twice. But I don't do that because of confusion that might happen if I bring out a new version and it's different, of course. So people will send me in builds made on a different version. So I don't want to have that. But now the competition is over. We had a record-breaking amount of winners, but not in the direction that you might think it is. But yeah, we also found a lot of bugs in 0.10.6, so that's great, because that means we can fix them. And I tried to address as many bugs as I could in this version. I think I covered all of them that were found. But if I did miss one, let me know in the comments or on Discord, wherever, so I can take care of those bugs. As always, we're going through the changes via the change tracker. So let's go here. Let's see. Critical avoidance, deflect, save, debuffs now work off the proper stats. So I think what I had here, that the enemy debuffs on critical avoidance and deflect actually came from the wrong statistics, so this was really bad. It was even in the unit that I released on Discord in that calculation. Yeah, that was just weird, so I fixed this. The calculation is better here now. Then the jagged blade was proccing off the wrong thing. I think low HP or something weird like that, or maybe even a different power. I'm not sure, but yeah, I also fixed this one. It was just a weird bug. The rust monster stack. So in the combat simulator, you can change the rust monster stacks here, and what it did in 0.10.6 is if you change this, it doesn't automatically recalculate. You have to change something else first. Now it does immediately apply. Then the sturdy mount colors. I have no idea how this was never picked up, but they didn't work at all. So these now work. This is for at will encounter on daily powers. Galabdur companion equip powers had 100 times efficiency in the character builder, which was a little bit broken, of course. Also surprised that didn't pop up sooner, but I guess you have to lower your HP in order to get this one active. Anyway, now it gives the correct percentage. Then minimal HP, it was 0%, which is a little bit weird because you also change your actual HP whenever you change this here. And if you change down, of course this goes down. And if you can put it at 0%, you're dead. Well, this is actually a little bit weird because it has maximum hit points. But yeah, this is actually current. But yeah, your current HP would be 0 and you would be dead, which is not really a scenario you should build around. Let's say it like that. Anyway, let's put it back up. It looks weird. Then companion gear. Yeah, this was one of the big bugs that we found in the competition. So this came from the scaling that I added in 10.6, where you can set your rank for artifact gear and for artifacts. It actually broke companion gear a little bit, where your companion gear, whenever you, I think, first selected some artifact gear and then tried to select companion gear, it would automatically always be at rank 1, at least the rank 1 statistics. And yeah, that was a little bit weird because you cannot select a rank here. So yeah, this is now fixed. It's always the maximum stats. These are not scaled anymore. Then Arms of the Living Fire. They were giving defense, which was wrong. So now they give power. Arcane Mastery stacks, when loading a save file, they always went back to 5 stacks, which a couple of people from the competition asked me to slide it back up because otherwise their build was not complete. But now when you load a build with more than 5 stacks, it actually is correct. Back alley tactics, I'm not sure what it was, but I think it's from a rogue. What was it? Oh yeah, you deal 10% more damage based on how few action points you have. And I think this was 10% at maximum action points, and now it's 10% at 0 action points. And a sliding scale, of course. So I turned this around. That was wrong. Raging Blade turn. Yeah, this was proccing on Furious Reaction, which is a little bit weird, so I fixed that also. This one also was a very annoying one in the competition. Whenever you loaded a save file, and I think I also explained it in the results, by the way, but whenever you loaded a save file, the attributes on the waist, most of all, were not loaded completely. This was treated as a, well, it was a rank 0 item, which of course is, yeah, doesn't exist. You cannot have a rank 0. It should be rank 60, but I didn't implement it that way. So if it's rank 0, you would lose some attributes, which was not good, of course. So I now fixed that, and you get all of your attributes at rank 0. It treats it as rank 60, of course. Let's see. Attribute stats are now shown in the percentage tooltip. In the percentage. Oh, wait. I sometimes have to think. Critical severity. I don't see it here. I forgot what exactly that was. Well, it does say attributes here. Didn't I have that before? Maybe I didn't have that. It does say attributes here. I think that's the thing that I didn't have. So I added that, yeah. So the 10%, I think in 10.6, it didn't say attributes. It did say plus 10%, so the percentage was correct. But yeah, there was no source. So that was a little bit mysterious. It was coming out of nowhere. And now it's actually shown here. So yeah, that's what this was. Blocking actually worked on the Blade Master Paragon. It was not used, by the way. It was just mentioned. You could have set that, and then all of a sudden you had block HP percentage, which is not a thing on the Blade Master. Trust me, it doesn't work. So now it also doesn't work anymore on the character builder. Squash Soup only gave the crit save, didn't give the crit. I don't know why that was not there. No idea, but now it is. Damage distributions are now free to edit. So for the competition, I made those fixed, but now you can just set this. It is a little bit, it might be a little bit tricky because the total has to be 100%. So what I did is, if you fill it in from top to bottom, you can have a maximum of the last one of the rest. So this is now 49, this is 30, so you have 79. That means you have 21 left. You can put it here, and if this is 0, you have 21 here. Or you put like 10 here, and then this goes maximum to 11. So, but this total will always be 100%. Also, melee and ranged, you can now fill in for yourself, whatever you want. This will not be filled in automatically anymore, which was the case before. But now you can fill this in for yourself. And also, very important, this is not reset when you load. So that was also an issue that we had in the build competition. For some paragons, you wanted to move it to range damage or something, and when loading, it automatically went to melee damage, which also was a little bit tricky. So now you can fill this in for yourself. This is not something that I want to have in the character builder whenever I'm fully done. This should be calculated automatically based on the selective powers and your stats and stuff, because this should all be, I should be able to calculate all of this. Then added 2 boon points. We're going to Sharon 2. which of course also added some stuff, and amongst other things we added 2 boon points, so now we go up to 79 boon points. Quite crazy. At some point we're going to have all the boons. Cold Iron Warrior Campaign Equip Power. This was broken somehow, but I forgot exactly how. I think it gave some extra stuff that it shouldn't give, but yeah, I repaired that. Then I added a lot of new Sharon the Part 2 gear. All the companion gear is now in here, so if you go to companions and gear here, we see all of this 1350, very hard to get gear, up until I think this or this one. No, this one we already had. No, this is also new. So everything here is new. Most of them come from the bounties, but I think they can also drop from the diamonds, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, from the bounties for sure, it's also in here. As well as, of course, I also added the rings that are here. Everything from here and up. So we got a lot of high item level gear. I also implemented all of these equip bonuses. Some of them were old, but there's also some new stuff in here that, for example, gives Forte. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Forte? I think 40. Awareness, constructs. Yeah, your Forte is increased by 5% when you're moving. Stuff like that. I implemented all of them, I think, except one. So that should be good. You can try out new builds with this stuff, of course. So here, that's the implementation of the equip powers. Elemental Cultist is now campaign. Elemental Cultist is now campaign equip power is now proccable. How wow, that's a nice sentence. Oh yeah, so the Elemental Cultist was in, or is still in the combat procs. So the Elemental Cultist here, but it actually didn't work off this. It worked off time in combat, which doesn't really make sense if you compare it to the other ones, because this is just a proc, and then the proc lasts for 10 seconds instead of only in the first 10 seconds of combat. So this is fixed. And also one more thing that was mentioned is the overwhelmed rings. The +4 and +5 rings, they did stack in the character builder, but they do not stack in game. So I also prevented that from happening. There are still some other stuff that actually I should work on preventing, but yeah, you can also prevent that by not equipping it. For example, these top 1500 item level rings, you cannot slot the same one twice, and the character builder you can, so you can slot it twice. The equip power will only work, well, this one actually is a bad example. This one procs twice, but yeah, you cannot slot it twice in game. So yeah, you have to make sure that you don't do that in the character builder, because it's not possible in game. And at some point I will try to prevent that in the builder as well. Anyway, that's all of the changes for now. I'm not sure what I'm going to work on next, but we'll see exactly what that's going to be. Anyway, if you have any remarks on this video or any suggestions on what to investigate next, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.